Okay, good afternoon, good evening. Little impromptu. I was getting tired and unmotivated, so little impromptu live draw here. We'll be working on a couple more characters or a character on this Ninja Turtles from the 80s painting. Only one I've really painted is Splinter. I started with these guys. We got Shredder coming. We got Mikey and Baxter Stockman fighting over a controller. We got Wrath and Bebop. And of course, Krang lifting everybody up. So, my next thought is in this corner here. We might make this canvas a bit bigger too later. Is putting April O'Neil and some of the Baxter Stockman robots, the Mausers. So, I've got some reference up, and we are going to put down some lines. I think I'm looking up this review. So, how's everyone's Tuesday? Mine has been pretty good. Just feeling a little blah for the moment, so I wanted to do this live draw to kind of perk myself up. There's line of action. I think she's going to be stepping down with her boots here. Kind of been what are kind of here to do. Kind of off balance with her camera and her microphone. Not sure which one is going to be which here. She usually has that camera over here. So have the camera here, kind of that 80s cartoony big camera, and the handle's kind of in front, so change that up. That. Okay. And then let's see. Is that and the microphone? This. And I kind of want these Mausers kind of all over. These things here, so and I had a reference here. There we go. So what I'm going to do is kind of from the 80s. Let's see. It's kind of a neat picture here. Just paste it in here. So there's a reference for the Mauser. No hands, but make it like this, and then do and then all over April's equipment here. And again, I think we'll put some down here. This. Kind of just ran circle things here. Back here. Here. Maybe over here. Like this. Cool. So I think that will fit into our illustration nicely. Oh, we should probably say that. Oh, what's the date? 2026. 2.0 April O'Neil. Where did I say? No, that's my customer folder. So, interesting. Cool. Okay. Cool. All right. So we got a pretty neat pose. Let's see if we can bring this to life with April O'Neil. So again, probably we've been trying to stick to this animated 80s style. So let's try to do that. Not happy about her situation here. And huge head. Just real quick. No big details yet. Just kind of throwing in shapes right now. Let's see here. I'm gonna go turn this down. Perfect. Cool. All right. So back to the studio. And start kind of putting her together. Got this big collar. Again, this shoulder up here. This. Do this one's down here a bit. that moment. And again, going that way, so the hips will be up here. That. So if you're joining me, thank you. Very impromptu. I was kind of fading on the day, creativity-wise. I finished a customer illustration and was just hitting that wall, and I wanted to keep going. So here we are drawing April O'Neil for inclusion into this illustration. So these are the pieces I've already done. I'll paint it all up at some point. And then I'll put her actual uniform on here in a few and give her some hair. Got that. Not a big open neckline, which is good. But she has this collar that's going to be like this, then like that. It's kind of a definitely this 80s frickin' style, which I loved at the time. I was a kid watching all these, and it was awesome. But it definitely is its own thing for sure. And there's that. And we'll move that camera back in a minute. Here's that. Have the handle here. So wherever that leads us to putting the actually go this way because perspective. Cool. And again, really boxing this in for now. I think if I did this mic bigger here, and I think we're going to put it more in front. Oops. Okay. This, and then make it bigger. We'll foreshorten that a bit. So we'll have that. And go like this. And then this down here. Too big, but we'll see in a minute. All right. I think it's a pretty good pose. This handle's more in the front. So I'll move the camera here. Give it this perspective. This big old 80s camera lens. And I'm even exaggerating it a bit from the original. Get that in, and then Mausers here. And their butt sticking up. And there's that. This, like this. Okay. All right, let's give her some hair. And again, trying to kind of stick with this style. And give it some life. Really here like that. And here like this. Very simple face design back then. Very almost Daphne looking face. I'm gonna give it some life here. She's kind of falling backwards. Keep that perspective there. And then, of course, let's see. The jumpsuit. I think this, and then, yeah. I think I want to change that a bit. So it's kind of going away from me, this volume. So I think that this one is down. Let's see, and she's pretty planted. So I think that's all right. Might change that a bit. Cool. Channel 4. I forget which channel she worked for. Let's go looking for this here. All kinds of 80s pockets and zippers. You're going to actually do, okay. And there was a belt. This. Cool. And of course that pockets here really is the goofiest news outfit ever. So I think we are building this shoe again. When in doubt, build your boxes, do your volume lines, make sure your perspectives are all good. Your hips are in the right spot. Yeah, kinda. I think I actually need to drop that. So that. Like that. Oops. Before we do that, combine those layers. Cool. And let's drop this hip just a bit. Kind of want this here. Probably drop the belt too a bit. So got, again, keeping things aligned, heads over the foot. We've got our arm going that way. This one is going this way. And then these hips are like this. Boop. And then boop. So just to give you a little insight of how I keep everything lined up. Not rocket science, nothing I invented, just regurgitating all the cool things that I learned sometimes later in life. So hopefully if someone's watching and learning, they can get some of these hints that might resonate with them a little bit earlier. All right, we are, how far in? 21 minutes in, not bad. And again, this is just for my fun, so we can get some, so not rushing. This will be a nice portfolio and learning piece for me when it's done. And we can get some of that movement I'm looking for in the hair by overlapping the bangs here. Cool. Put some bagginess into these legs. And again, build a boot out of that. We will build a boot out of this. Cool. Now let's work on just fleshing out these Mausers a bit. So let's see, let's put a different color on here. Same layer, just different color. So we've got this, oops, let's go down here, this point here, and then here. Cool, yeah. And then back, forward, cool. Okay, so we've got our the side of the head here, that, and then this. Make that kind of a ball, and this really opens here. This, and a little eye up here. That quickly recedes. And the bottom mouth opens here. Same roundness. I'm going to do like that, like that. The butt's back here. I'll have those legs coming back a bit. Cool. Let's go above that. And then I'm going to give it, it's only got how many toes? 2. Okay. That one here. And that one over here. There's that. Cool. There's that. This arm still seems a bit long. We shall fix that in a moment. I'll move down to this one here. And again, we have our side of the head thing. It's kind of going this way. Mouth open here. Then let's go here. Eyes up here, maybe. Like this. Big mouth. There's that line. Kind of matches that line. Back side of the mouth. Let's see if we have any messages here. Take a drink. All right. Okay. Okay, so that's that. Good there. All right. So we will continue on. And then this one here. See if this goes down. This, that. Yeah. And then this kind of goes here. There's the body. And then the same thing. Volumizing it. That. This, and then we will box this up. This. That one's going to be pointed this way. Like this. Cool. This one should be like this. Cool. All right. Stepping forward. Cool. All right. Let's see what do we got. Oops. Close that by accident. All right. And one more for now. There's that. There's that. So that contour fits there. This one goes like that. And then again, go ahead here. This one's kind of going this way, like the chicken leggy part. There's one toe. This leg I want up a bit. Okay, that was weird. Wow. Okay. Cool. All right. It's a pretty cool pose. do think this one kind of, with the other one, this one can go here. There's the long part, like that. And then this can go here, like that. Keep stepping this. Okay. Cool. All right. So I think we have a pretty good pose. Turn those guys off. And we're going to put this in a folder for sketch. And then we're going to reduce it a bit. And we'll just clean this up in the next 10 or 15 minutes. And that should get us a pretty solid April O'Neil. Pick a darker color. New layer. Very simplistic animation style. This. Some long teeth in here. Lip. Tongue. We might jazz it up a bit going forward, but that. Keeping her. Trying to keep that forward momentum here. That. It's that weird cuff up here. Shorten the whole arm. And bring that sketch over. That. Maybe here. Pocket. And then another cuff top down here. And then it's due. That. Do. And again, this is kind of the first cleanup pass, just to see where I'm at. This arm, I want it really kind of foreshortened here. There's the microphone. Do. Let's see. That might work. Cartoony stereotype. Okay. This. That. Cool. Keep that just so I can remind myself. There's a belt here. Belt loops. Okay. And if we do that, this, do make sure I'm getting the perspective right. Give that a bit more shape than the cartoon did. Corners, we've got our camera. Viewfinder. That. And then our lens here. Cool basic shape. And there's that. Okay, so now we can go up to our Mausers, and again, giving them some nice volume. I think the tape on these was, I'll get some actual reference on that in a moment. It's there. And inside like that. There's body. I do want this jaw hanging down in front of the camera. And this. Go like that. Deep. And inside the mouth here. And then this foot is behind here. Cool. Let's do this Mauser. Get big head here. Get some volume. That. Kind of like that line. Cool. Give it some personality. It's there. And then kind of draw that center line. That. And kind of making this up so I go on. That. And then this one, I did want this foot up ball. That. Then I have that one up like this. I can have him kind of running. I don't know if I like that perspective. I think I drew it wrong. I think I drew it wrong. Yeah, that'd be fun. And then this one here. Like this. Yeah. Cool. Basically like that. And again, this is second pass, so maybe we'll do another one. And then third Mauser. That. Eyes. Like so. And then this one goes up. That. There's the head for that one. And there's the leg joint. Maybe a ball like that. That. This foot is back here. And I like that. I think I can make it bigger. Yeah, there we go. Cool, and we can shut off that layer. I think I want to move her pupils a bit to like that. Play with that for a few. Hair comes down. Don't really see her neck at all. Maybe get that pocket here. That. Then that. Let's see, what else did she have? All right. I can do this. you all kinds of just pockets. So do that. Do. And the belt. Pants can ruffle there and there. Has weird knee pads, but okay. I think all the characters had knee pads. And it's probably just to sell toys. And then pocket here. Do. And pocket there. Kind of as a jumpsuit, no buttons, so put that straight in the middle. Put a zipper on because I want to definitely have these cuffs rolled up. Like that. Cool. Watch. Cool. All right. We have just about, what, 40 minutes maybe? Yeah, 47 minutes. We've got our April O'Neil sketch. We will add some cool details too. Oh, excuse me. Let's see. Let's see. What did they have for buttons on? Yeah. We're going to put the tape in here. I'll put some buttons here. Cool. Yeah, not a bad sketch. I think it will fit nicely into our master painting. And this. And because I can't let anything truly go, I will have shoelaces in my illustration because it helps with movement. Cool. Beep, beep, beep. There's cuffs. Eyes. News. Cool. All right. Let's see. Yeah, it might work on her face a bit. Not a big fan yet. Maybe just doing this. bit better. Cool. All right, so let's see. We go back to our big poster. I think she will fit somewhere down here. And yep, I'm pretty happy with that. I think this, that, close that in a bit. And it's such a different style. This 80s. Boom, boom. Cool. All right, y'all. I think that's where we will call it quits today. That helped me keep motivated and moving forward for the day, so I appreciate you showing up. And hopefully we will talk to you next time, maybe even tomorrow. Anyways, have a good week, and thanks again.